Hello, hello, hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle. Turn this AC down a bit. There's just a lot of energies being held accountable and stuff like that. Because it's like, do I want to do earth? Do I want to do water? Do I want to do earth? Do I want to do water? Because earth needs a little more clarity, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do water. So this is the full moon check-in for water signs. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Midhaven, Stellium, North Node, South Node, you, Crosswatcher. I don't know everybody's story. So just take what's actually yours and leave the rest if it doesn't apply. And like the air signs, I'm just going to do like the element at large. I'm not going to do specifically Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, because again, this is like just the element at large, if you will. Somebody here has morbidly overstepped their boundaries, and it's caused like the air signs doing what they had going on in theirs. This may very well trickle over into water as well, because there's just like a lot of gossip and slander about a person. It's caused a lot of problems. It ruined a lot of opportunities and all this fun jazz. Some of it was a lot of it was knowingly done out of jealousy and envy. A lot of it was knowingly done out of jealousy and envy. And the funny thing is the lacking contributions that people complain about, those opportunities were like the money that would have been brought in by the opportunities. That would have been the contribution to the community. But jealousy and envy got the upper hand in a bunch of folks. Because if they're not jealous about looks, they're jealous about money. This could be a bunch of women, and it also could be men, because men gossip like little schoolgirls, but it's women who always end up taking the damn rap for it. And my thing is, with today's day and age, my age bracket, we spend more time at work than ever, historically ever before. We are having to make financial decisions that a lot of our Gen X and Boomer and what remains of the silent generation would not agree with. But at the same time, it's just like, what in the flying fuck do you expect us to do in this shit show of an economy? Like, what do you expect us to do? We can't quit our jobs. We can't. And I think what a lot of people just did not realize is the consequences of their words, the consequences of their actions. Somebody may have meant well in what they were genuinely meant well in what they were doing, because in their eyes, they're genuinely doing the right thing. They fully feel they're doing the right thing. But the thing is, it was still in the wrong. If it's not your family, who are you to insert yourself in another family's business? Who are you to do that, right? If it's not your decision to make, who are you to make that decision for them? You're going around saying how you're so concerned for somebody's mental health and their well-being, when in reality, the person you're saying you're so concerned about just does not like you and does not want to talk to you. See, my thing is, lines, if you will, have been in the sand. They've been there. It's a simple It's boundaries. It's a lesson in boundaries, a lesson in establishing boundaries, but also respecting the boundaries of other people. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. If it's not your decision to make, who are you to try to make that decision for another person? You're not them. You don't pay their bills. You don't put food on their table. And on top of that, you're not even a blood relative. And even then, if you are blood kin, just because you're like a great aunt or something of sorts, does not mean you get to step in and take over when their grandmothers and their mother die. Like, who are you to do any of that? Honestly. Somebody here just got really careless with their actions. They got really careless with their words. And now what was supposed to be a really big, not just life-changing chance for somebody else, they ruined it for an entire community. This community could be a family, it could be a church, it could be an organized, like a office, like a business and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just, some people just really don't know when to sit down and shut up. They don't. And then there's the whole jealousy and envy lot. Yeah, just self-explanatory. Jealousy and envy is truly a disease. And a lot of times they won't have a reason to like a person. It's the light that person organically carries. It aggravates their demons. Because when you're kids, I'm hearing ancestral demons. So it could be some unresolved karma of a certain person's bloodline that caused a bunch of issues. But there's that karma, and then there's the karmic debt somebody has acquired for themselves. But the thing is, it's not for another person to pay. You have to pay that debt yourself. Somebody here has tried to inflict what they felt they had the right to be somebody's karma, and the fact of the matter is they ain't fit to be anybody's karma because they have a shit ton of karma themselves to resolve. And the thing is, you have to be very careful with that, because when you put a person through things they are not supposed to be going through, you have to take accountability for the monster you helped create. Because not only is this a lesson in respecting and establishing boundaries, it's taking accountability for the problems you caused. And so subsequently the monster you created. Because if somebody was more, if they were a nurturer and stuff like that, they've probably now gotten a bit colder. They are selective of who they nurture. They are selective of who they give their time and their energy to. And somebody may very well have begun their energetic, spiritual onslaught, if you will, because they saw this person becoming colder and felt this person needed to be more compassionate. But what they failed to see is this person was compassionate. That compassion was about to get them killed. And you know what? Subsequently, lines had to be drawn, and this person did not agree with those lines. But the thing is, it's not their decision to make. Just because you think you are reading a person's Akashic records does not mean you get to omit this and insert that. You're fucking stupid. genuinely fucking stupid. Somebody here may very well see themselves as a guide. They may very well see themselves as a guru, but the thing is, they're self-appointed. They're self-appointed. It's like because I've been hearing for the longest time for water signs, the influenced is trying to influence the influencer. And it's like, I'm sorry, do what now? The fuck? I mean, it's just genuinely weird. And it's basically where it's people who abuse spirituality, period, point blank. They abuse divinatory practices and whatnot. They're reading people without their permission. They are taking bits and pieces of the energy of somebody and then trying to mirror it back in the name of influencing them in the direction they think and feel they should go. And it's like, what the fuck? It's just like, what the fuck? Pardon my language, but what the fuck? Yes, you can be spiritual and still curse like a sailor. And my thing is, and for those of you who are hell-bent on saying, well, if you were spiritual, you'd be all love and light. I don't believe in forced positivity, honey. And people who force positivity, y'all are karmic as hell. Karmic as hell. Karmic as hell. Because where there is dark, there is light. Where there is good, there is evil. And some of us have been forced to learn how to balance those energies. And sometimes you end up with karmic debt because you refuse to establish boundaries. And the only people who get mad at you for establishing these boundaries are people who benefited from you having none. If you are mad at somebody for having boundaries, you just might very well be an energy vampire. I said it. You an energy vampire. So when your ideal feeding source, if you will, is fighting you tooth and nail to get as far away from you as possible, it's because they are on to your bullshit. Because one of the ways I learned that I'm around the wrong folks is my finances will take a hit like a motherfucker. They will. And again, there's people who expected me to be a huge blessing to whatever community I'm in. And you know what? The money's just not there. It's not. It's not that I don't desire to see positive changes and make a positive impact. Like, if I had the finances, I really would be involved in way more charity work than what I am able to engage in. See, the thing I can do is like $10 here, $20 there through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, whatever. Because again, the availability to do this work just isn't there. I have bills to pay. That kind of thing. Like, it's just me to financially support me. And with that, I don't know. And I mean, it's just like somebody here really needs to grow up, because they really need to get their head out of their ass. Like, quit making assumptions of what is and is not people's time, what is and is not their finances. Quit trying to dig around in their private, heavy on the word private, information. Again, boundaries. Boundaries. Because from what it sounds like, energy-wise, somebody here fully believes they are the opportunity of a lifetime, but the problem is they karmic as shit. Dealing with them is guaranteed financial ruin. And you know what? Some of us really just know how to peep game like that, and that's why you're mad. And with that, everybody have a good day.